Hello, and thank you for your interest in this video series. This video series demonstrates just one of the many possibilities of the types of games that can be developed using the Scratch platform. In this series, a remake of the classic 1978 Space Invaders arcade game is demonstrated. If you have not done so already, you are encouraged to watch the first video in this series that covers unique aspects and elements of the game that may serve as additional inspiration and ideas for use in your Scratch projects. The introductory video also provides background information that may answer questions you may have during this video presentation. This video will demonstrate the unique aspects of the two-player gameplay. The unique aspects of the arcade difficulty level used in this demonstration are not covered in this video. Please refer to the video on the arcade difficulty level for further information. Let's begin now with the demonstration. In order to bypass the prologue as demonstrated in the introductory video, the Z key is pressed, after which the attract screen sequence will begin. Once the attract screen sequence has cycled all the way through, the player is prompted to press the C key, which will simulate inserting a coin. The C key can be pressed at any time during the attract sequence and at any time during gameplay. Although 1 credit has been added, a minimum of 2 credits are required in order to play a two-player game. The C key is pressed a second time. The player is now able to select from either a 1 or 2-player game. The 2 key is pressed in order to select a two-player game. For the purposes of this demonstration, the arcade level of difficulty is selected. From the instruction screen, any key can be pressed to begin the game. Prior to the start of each player's turn, the current score for the player whose turn it is will flash for a brief period of time. This gives the player a few seconds in which to prepare to play. This brief delay provides the time players need to trade places at a computer desk or to hand off the keyboard when it is the next player's turn. The change of players occurs each time a player's ship is destroyed. Let's continue now with the demonstration, starting with player 1. Each time the player destroys all of the invaders, a new wave of invaders appears 1 row closer to the player's ship. With each new wave of invaders, the distance between the player's ship and the first row of invaders closes in. Because of this, the challenge for the player increases as the player has less time to react to oncoming invader missiles and less time to take aim and fire missiles at the invaders before they return fire. UFOs appear at various times throughout the gameplay. Points awarded for destroying the UFOs are random and may be one of 50, 100, 150, or 300 points. A bonus ship is also awarded once the player reaches 1,500 points. The game is over once the player's last ship has been destroyed. At that time, if a player has attained a score that is greater than the prior high score, the high score is updated with the player's new high score and flashes briefly. The current player's turn is over when the ship is destroyed. If the current player has attained a score that is higher than the other player, the high score, located between the two players' scores, will reflect the new score and flash briefly. The next player, player 2 in this case, is given a brief amount of time in which to prepare to play before their turn begins. This cycle continues until both players have depleted all of their ships. This concludes the demonstration covering the two-player game mode. Thank you for your interest in this video series, and good luck with your Scratch projects.